Hello, and welcome back to The Swamp. The Swamp is an acronym
for some whack-ass movie podcasting.
And typically we would watch a movie and cover a movie per episode of this podcast, but today we're doing a special edition during our watching of the 93rd Oscars?
93rd?
The 93rd Oscars, the Super Bowl of Hollywood. So we're like kind of recording this semi-live. This is a bit experimental of us because usually we prepare and then record an episode, but we're kind of doing this on the fly here. I'm here. My name is Dara. I'm with my co-host
Emily.
And also our intern and my mother,
Jen.
And Jen and I are partners in crime as far as the Oscars for a long time. I know I've talked about it on some previous episodes, how we do our quest. We watch all of the nominated films for Best Picture. We get kind of into it. I love to disagree with people, and I love to be educated about my opinions. So tonight we are watching the Oscars. We're kind of going to record as we watch it during commercial breaks and whatnot. We're going to share our opinions, what we think is going to happen, what we want to happen.
We filled out ballots of what we, so we're going to have a contest.
Yep, scoring points on who gets the most right answers. We're also doing Oscar Bingo, which I downloaded a really fun PDF from a website called like Jessica Jones something.com. I don't know. And it was just like a fun little Oscar Bingo
Jessica Jones
thing.
design.
Yes, thank you. So it's like a little Oscar bingo about like, you know, what people are wearing, who presents, who wins, whatnot. So we have two little competitions going right now. So the Oscars are about to start in a minute. Do you guys have any thoughts going into it? Big opinions?
I don't love that Nomadland I think is going to sweep. It was really boring in my opinion. I think that Frances McDormand just wandered around and that's it. That was the entire movie.
With minimal personality, might I add.
Any of the other characters in that movie would have been far more interesting.
As a protagonist, I totally agree.
I wish they followed that woman that had cancer and she's like, I'm just going to go up into the wilderness.
Yeah.
And die.
Right? I felt
I would have watched that.
I really felt it would have been more interesting if it had been a documentary about people who actually live in vans like that. So the Oscars are about to start, so we'll be right back with some updates. All right, so we're back after the first awards have been given out. It was for adapted screenplay and original screenplay. And Emily is in the lead as far as best guesses.
Yeah.
You got one out of these two, correct?
Yeah, I got... what did I get? Original screenplay for Promising Young Woman.
Yeah, so Emerald
Fennell. Yeah.
Fennell, she won for Promising Young Woman for Best Original Screenplay, which I was going to be happy if anything but that won, to be honest. I was really rooting for either Trial of Chicago 7 or Sound of Metal.
Same.
But I also would have been happy with Minari or Judas and the Black Messiah, but
it just... anything besides that movie.
We were not fans, personally.
People are really split on it. They either love it or they hate it. And we definitely...
are on the hate, yeah. And so none of us guessed adapted screenplay. We all guessed it was going to be Nomadland because we're kind of envisioning a sweep here, but it ended up being The Father, which...
a bit of a shock.
Yeah, kind of a shock. I didn't honestly think that it was crazy, maybe because of what it had been adapted from. I'm not really sure how much that affects, if book to movies, play to movie, you know, how much that is taken into consideration. But it was a pretty bland story, in my opinion. It was just about Alzheimer's and being old. I don't know.
I think plays get a lot of credit.
Yeah.
And it was like a one-stage play or something.
Yeah, which it kind of showed.
Yeah.
It all took place in one apartment, but...
Same with Ma Rainey's. Like, that one was very... Like, when I watched it, I was like,
it was a play.
Yeah, I was like, this was on a stage not too long ago.
As far as our bingo cards, we have gotten to cross off pandemic mention, racial injustice mention, and Leslie Odom Jr. did perform. They showed their like pre-recorded performances during the red carpet section.
Someone tripped. Regina tripped and had puffy sleeves.
Yeah, so two for you.
Yeah.
Nice.
There you go.
Also, I want to say, she's like, everyone's wearing gold, I'm gonna wear silver.
She looks so good. I think as far as like looks we've seen, my personal favorites, I think Regina King looks amazing. I love the top cut of that dress. And I think the silverish blue that's kind of changing depending on what light she's standing in. I'm really liking that. I thought Zendaya looked great too
she always looks
in the
good.
piss yellow. Yeah, La Roche, her stylist though always does right by her. He's great.
Who doesn't look great though is Laura Dern.
She looks like the feather duster from Beauty and the Beast.
Like, I love her, so she can do no wrong. It's just, I want to talk to her stylist.
Yeah, as a 5'11" woman in ostrich feathers, it's really giving me Jurassic Park, not in a good way.
Yeah.
Also, Leslie Odom Jr.'s, gold lame suit also is
Really
just
don't
I
not.
kind of like the gold, but I think it's maybe because it fits him perfect.
Well, yeah, because it's
He-
custom.
And we also agree that he looked better in the white.
During his performance.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that
his
was
white number in his performance beforehand.
I agree. I don't know what's coming up next. Do we know?
We don't know.
Yeah, not a clue.
And I think Regina King so far has done a really great job presenting. So Emma's smoking us. So we all got a point just now for Best Supporting Actor. We all called it Daniel Kaluuya for Judas and the Black Messiah. It totally was a Best Actor bumped down to supporting situation because both him and Lakeith Stanfield, like dual characters in the same movie, both got nominated for supporting actor.
And
Whereas
there's the title characters.
yeah, right. So you would think at least one of them would get a actor and the other supporting, but they put them both in supporting.
It's weird.
But I am glad that Daniel Kaluuya won. I thought his performance was awesome. I thought a lot of these nominees were really good. But we all got a point for that. But Em got a point for foreign language film, which you had actually seen. My mom and I, we had no idea what to, we just wild guess. But
Yeah, Another Round won. And I watched that, last week, and I thought it was phenomenal. I'm glad, didn't it get, it's directing.
oh,
Yeah, it was up for Best Director.
I didn't know that.
But, yeah, no, I thought it was fantastic, and it's not going to win anything else, of course, but, I'd say it probably should.
It was deserving of.
Yeah, I think it could have gotten a Best Picture, nomination.
Oh wow.
But,
Yeah, weak competition this year, TBH.
yeah, instead you've got The Father and Mank.
Mank.
Yeah, we tried to watch Mank, a couple weeks ago, and we didn't even get through the entire thing.
Blow the foghorn, Hitler's on the line. We gotta make another movie, but Mank won't stop drinking. That's the whole thing.
Yeah,
It's-
you pretty much summed up the whole movie.
It's just like in black and white for no reason, and Amanda Seyfried is just super hot, and that's it.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing. Gary Oldman is old, cool.
Yeah.
But
Tyrion
the,
Lannister.
but the director for a foreign language film who came out, he made a very emotional speech, which you said that the movie was kind of about alcohol consumption. Yeah, so he was like, "Oh, my personal struggle," and we always were like, "Oh, he's probably an alcoholic," But then he just talked about how his daughter died in a car accident weeks before the film had started, and he, it was very emotional. I got a little teary eyed.
Yeah. I think everyone's jaw here dropped a little bit.
Yeah, right. And I was like, "Oh my god, are they gonna play him off?" Because at first his speech was kind of long, and I was like, "Oh, are they gonna play him off?" But then he starts talking about his dead daughter, and I was like, "Oh my god," and
Yeah, super sad.
yeah, so sad. And
I'm glad he
Daniel,
got the Oscar.
I do. Daniel Kaluuya, I thought his speech was pretty funny. He kept being like, "Yeah, man, this is crazy."
Yeah.
And from a fashion point of view, he had no tie on, but I liked it.
Yeah.
And then Lakeith,
Oh,
no
so
tie
good.
on, but he looks amazing.
so
Oh my goodness.
hot.
Yeah.
That outfit, I want it. It was like a big 70s, big wide collar shirt. He had on a chain. Oh my god.
He's got bleach blonde
blonde
hair.
hair.
Right now.
Oh, he looked so good. He looked so good. I wonder though if there was any sort of they knew that he wasn't going to win because they were seated in a different place. Daniel Kaluuya was at the event. There seemed to be some people are in on Zoom and others seem to be in a secondary location in a theater where they have cameras but in order to maintain social distancing protocol, I think.
I wonder what how they choose who gets where.
Probably they probably make sure all the winners are in the room, right?
If you gotta be pretty bummed if you're at a secondary location.
Not by your choice.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, so all the cocktail tables are filled. You can get an Adirondack chair out the back. We'll see you later. Lakeith, you look great, but
Not today, buddy.
not today.
Also, for fashion, you guys do not like Leslie Odom Jr.'s
I hate
No.
Leslie
tux,
Odom
but
Jr.'s.
I'm feeling it because I think he looks pretty good. And sitting at his table, I love that guy Aldous Hodge. I think he's so good in everything I've seen him in.
Yeah, some of these tables, it's Glenn Close and Daniel Kaluuya were at a table together. I was like, oh, that's fun. I want to be there.
Yeah.
I want to be at that table.
Daniel's bestie has his shades on.
Yeah.
In the middle of inside.
It's a fun choice. Yeah.
So, I would assume that supporting actress is coming up next, no?
I don't know. Maybe. We'll see.
A natural progression would assume that supporting actors would have come next, but no. It was makeup and hairstyling, which you guys both got points for. It was Ma Rainey's. I guessed Emma because of Anya Taylor-Joy's little ringlet sideburn action.
Yeah, I love those.
I was like, that's gotta be doing something. But no, it was Ma Rainey's, and honestly, I just think the person who should have accepted the Oscar was whatever interns stood around with a little spray bottle full of water, making Viola Davis look so sweaty that whole movie. That was the real makeup that was happening. Just dripping mascara, just like profusely sweating the whole time. That was what sold it for me.
Imagine just being that sweaty. Like, generally.
But then, following the natural progression, it was costume design, which Ma Rainey's also won, and we all got points for that as well. Do you guys think that this will be the only Ma Rainey?
Well,
Chadwick's gonna win.
Yeah, for sure. And do you think Viola Davis will get it for
No.
actress?
No. I really have no idea who's gonna get it. I'm leaning more towards Frances just because Nomadland has had a good
Didn't she win
streak.
for 3 Billboards?
Yeah.
Do you think they would give her 2 in such close succession?
Yeah.
I don't think they care about that.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
no.
Okay.
Yeah, see, I would like Vanessa Kirby.
Yeah,
to
I have a
win,
little heart next to Vanessa Kirby. She's who I would like to win.
but I don't think
She's
she
another
will.
one. Her dress tonight, she just looks phenomenal.
good. I feel like Andra Day could maybe pull off.
Because she won the
An
Golden
upset.
Globe, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So that'd be interesting to see.
She had a really good performance.
I think that sometimes the Oscar tries to like do different from
What you expect?
or from the Golden Globes because you don't want just the same award show twice, you know.
They're trying to pull a fast one on you.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. But also we got some bingo squares. Don Cheadle.
Yep.
We all got a bingo square for Don Cheadle. What else? Winner Thanks God. I think we got that with Daniel Kaluuya.
That's the first thing out of his mouth. He said, "Thank God."
You are smoking us though right now. You have 5 points for the guessing,
Yeah.
which I have 2.
And I have 2 also. I have 3.
And I only need one more bingo square.
Oh my goodness, you're getting both nips.
This winner feels honored to be
prizes?
among fellow nominees.
Peanut butter whiskey nip and
Apple pie McGillicuddy nip.
Nice.
Which at the grocery store they had all the nips in like these like jars, like candy jars.
Oh, I love that.
It was too fun. Not
This
to
is one of those
participate.
things you just stick your hand in. And, yeah.
I'm gonna need you to yell bingo.
Bingo!
Emily won bingo with a winner. Thanks, fellow nominees.
Yeah,
Was that your?
yeah.
Ah,
Feels honored.
right
Yeah.
down the left column. I wasn't even close. I wasn't even close, and I think we all just gained a point for guessing the correct director. Obviously, it was Chloe Zhao of Nomadland. I have a little heart next to Minari. I thought that would have been nice. Otherwise,
They'll never give 2 foreign language films best director 2 years in a row.
yeah, right.
They were already really liberal with it like last year.
Can we talk about Bong Joon-ho standing in the dark, giving half of his speech, and then stepping absurdly close to the camera? Then it pans over to his translator, who I would die for.
Love
I'm
her.
just saying that. And then I think he somehow like scuttled backwards around the camera. So then it pans and suddenly he's on her opposite side. Very jarring, very, very avant-garde. We love to see it. I also like I guess
he directed that.
yeah. I guess
Like, I have a vision.
they collected like little quotes from each nominee about like what directing means to you. And instead of having them each say it, it's just Bong Joon-ho did the whole thing in Korean, which I love. And they gave it subtitles.
Emerald Fennell was like, yeah, when I was 8 years old and my mom asked me what I want to do when I grow up, I said I want to write stories about murder.
I've been quirky since the beginning.
Yeah,
my
like,
God.
I don't know about that, Emerald. I don't know.
Yeah. And if it is true and your mom didn't put you in therapy, then that's just bad on her part, you know?
Well, she's got an Oscar now, so I think she's all right.
But do you think they'll give Best Picture and Best Directing? Do you think it'll fall in line? Do you think Nomadland will win Best Picture as well. Because, like, with Parasite, he won for director and Best Picture, right? So,
I mean, that's what I have on my my sheet. So, yeah, I think so. I don't want it to, but...
yeah.
I know it's early to talk about Nomadland, but this is probably like overstating the obvious, but that shift in that movie when you realize she doesn't have to do this, she chooses to do it.
Yeah.
That was, I don't know.
I just didn't find her character relatable or likable in any way. And just throughout the whole thing, I just didn't really care. I just didn't really care what happened to her. I was like, okay, so you're miserable, but by choice?
You have so many different opportunities. I was really upset when she just left that man.
And his nice
sweet little
family.
man.
Yeah, I don't know. I personally,
like a good life.
I didn't really get
right?
it. I didn't really get what was trying to be said.
She just seemed quiet and kind of like a dick.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and I just think that, like you said, focusing on any other character in that movie probably more interesting, or actual people in America who live like that is in a documentary feature would have actually been a lot cooler.
The whole film just felt like Oscar bait, and I mean,
yeah,
it's done its job because they're winning.
I will be a little rubbed the wrong way if it does win for cinematography, because like you said, if a movie is cinematically beautiful because of landscapes, that is nothing of a person's doing.
The land did all the work,
right? Like if
they just had long sweeping shots
of desert of like national parks.
You turned on the camera at sunset and you filmed it and you turned it a little bit. Yeah. And that was it. But no, I wasn't blown away by any other cinematography either, so I think it's pretty safe to say that it's going to win cinematography.
Yeah, that's my guess. I would like to see Judas and the Black Messiah win. I thought that was a very visually nice movie. All right, Oscars are back, so let's stop. All right, so Riz Ahmed, beautiful, gorgeous, amazing man. He presented. I just wanted to mention that.
The Catfish host.
Yeah, he looks like he could be like wasn't it Neve Schulman?
Yeah.
Neve Schulman's like hot younger brother. Like British, like hot British younger brother, for sure. And Sound of Metal won. We all got a point for that, right? Like, so obvious.
Is it one for sound? Because it has sound right in
Yeah,
the title.
They're like, guys, come on, we have to.
Not that I'd seen many of the other nominees, but the way that movie incorporated like the tinnitus pitch and like the like what it feels like to lose your sense of hearing. And the lack of sound during like the parts in the deaf community, I was no surprise to me that this won. I thought that was my favorite part of that movie, the kind of immersive experience, like you feel like you're in it with them. So I liked that a lot. And then live action short film, I didn't see any of these.
Nope.
Neither did I, but of course Emily guessed
right.
Because she has a horseshoe
you bitch,
up her butt today.
8?
Yeah, I got 8.
Oh my god,
what are you at?
Jesus. I'm at like 4.
I'm at 5. I don't think, we might be mathematically eliminated.
No,
I know, but...
I mean, Emily would have to start failing real bad, and I would have to start doing real good. Honestly, I'm such a winner, and it just like typically that it just feels really humbling to just be brought down for once.
The new kid in town comes in.
I remember I smoked everyone last year. I had something crazy. I had like a 93% success rate. Like my sheet was almost perfect. Nice. But yeah, this year I'm not doing so great because I don't care as much because not a lot of these movies really mean anything to me, to be honest. Did you look up Pinocchio?
Yeah, it's just a new version of Pinocchio.
It's like
the same old Pinocchio.
By Disney?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
But maybe, because don't they own the rights to it? Don't they own Pinocchio?
I don't know. Pinocchio was nominated for costume design, and we were like, wait, what the fuck? There's a Pinocchio? So it was just, I don't know. It's kind of odd, so we looked into that a little bit. But I like that the 2 nominees who accepted the award for live action short film were in matching suits. I don't know if there's any significance to it, but their bow ties and the like lapel of their collars were gold and like a black suit, and I thought that was very cute that they coordinated. But yeah, I didn't know anything, so I just did a shot in the dark. But I guess you said Two Distant Strangers, which one is about like somebody stuck in a time loop who's continuously killed by police. Yeah. And they made that very apparent in their speech. They were talking a lot about statistics and police violence in America, which is like more relevant than ever. So I would be interested. Usually Jen and I have a tradition each year, a really, it's like a local movie theater, so it's not like a big one. It's like pretty small in Amherst, Mass.
They play a lot of independent movies as a rule.
Yeah, and it's really cool. I don't know. It's a little cheaper, honestly. It's like not as expensive as most movie theaters, and they serve wine. And it's cool. Really good vibes. I don't know. I really love that movie theater a lot.
But every year they play
the shorts.
All the shorts, the live action and the animated.
And there's usually like enough of a break in between them for us to get dinner.
To go get a donut. We go get a donut at this place, and they put it in a takeout box that looks like a pizza box.
And
That's how big this donut is.
And we smuggle it into the theater. We get wine and smuggle it in. But usually, I would say that's like my favorite part of our Oscar quest that we do is going to see the
Some of
short
them
films.
have been amazing.
Some of them are my favorite thing of the entire nominated canon each year. Like
They play them back to back.
The shorts I think are consistently so good. I'm bummed that we didn't get to see them this year, but I'm happy that one that was like spreading an important message. A huge shout out to Questlove. I love that man. He is DJing the house down at the Oscars
He can
party.
do no wrong.
I love him. So they just did animated short, which If Anything Happens, I Love You won, which you guys both got points for and I did not. I hadn't seen any, but you said you watched the winning one,
I
right?
actually watched it today because it was on Netflix.
Oh, and did you enjoy it? Did you like it?
No, I thought it was really sad.
You said it was about school shooting?
Yeah. It was
I,
powerful.
I think that there have been like live action shorts in the past about that, I recall. Seeing them in the theater and like literally like holding my breath and clenching all my muscles and like borderline panic attack feeling, because I mean obviously that's the intended response, but it's just like such an emotional and hard topic. So I animated it. That's kind of interesting that they took on something so serious with animation.
Yeah, it was it's very like the shadows kind of told the story, and it was worth a watch for 12 minutes.
Maybe since it won, maybe
as long
I'll
as that
give
kind
it
of stuff doesn't really trigger you.
Oh, so what are you at now? 10? You bitch. Ugh. Yeah, there's no way.
I have 7. How many do you have?
Jen could pull it off.
I'm at 5.
Gonna need some luck though.
Yeah, sorry, boss. You're kinda fucked.
And so also animated feature film Soul won. We all got a point for that, right?
We watched it on Christmas.
Yeah, we watched it on Christmas Day. It came out, I believe, on Christmas Day on Disney Plus, and we watched it. And I thought it was fine, but it was very like harsh, not harsh, but like kind of heavy themes for a kids movie. I don't know. It was all about like existential crises, what is your purpose in life, like coping with your own death, not feeling ready to die. Like it was I was like, if I was a kid, I would not like this.
My life hasn't started yet.
Right? Yeah, I don't know.
It reminded me of Inside Out.
And I liked Inside Out a lot, and I thought that was a much better take on the sort of that like kind of emotional subject. I did like Onward. Again, I don't know if I'd say it would win. Disney always wins for animated feature though, just because of the financial input they have onto Hollywood. I think that they kind of just give them an Oscar each year as kind of like a, hey, we know you're the big dog.
Disney like sends over some kisses and they're like,
but out of between Soul and Onward, as far as Pixar films, I would say I preferred Onward, but I can see why they gave the award to Soul, because it certainly like tackled bigger themes. Yeah, I guess. But I did like Onward. It was about like these people who live in not people, they were like elves who live in like a mystical creature world, but that's modernized, and this older brother's like really into Dungeons and Dragons, and so they like go on like this like brotherly journey. I don't know. I thought it was really cute.
You only liked it because Tom Holland was in it.
Yeah,
it was about Dungeons and Dragons.
Be honest with the
I'll be honest. Fine. Also, it was the last movie I saw in theaters before COVID.
Yes.
Which is, I like really vividly remember
I
it.
miss going to movies.
Right, and I miss going to movies so bad. So every time I had to reminisce, I had to grapple onto that memory of my last time.
I was just at the movies actually.
How was it?
And it was pretty good. Popcorn wasn't shit, but one of my friends was kind enough to rent out a theater for us and like a few others, and so we saw that new Disney one, Raya and the Last Dragon.
Oh, I heard that was amazing.
It's pretty good. Yeah. No, I really enjoyed it.
Aquafina?
She was funny.
I love Aquafina as a voice actress. She just has it.
Yeah, no, she's really funny. I enjoyed it. It was interesting to see. I've heard that it was a little queer coded, and I was seeing it. I was like, this is a little bit, and I was like, Disney though? It's like that's out of their box, but one of them had an undercut, and I was like,
shit.
So I'm like, yeah, that's pretty gay.
But so out of these nominated animated films, I hadn't seen Wolfwalkers or Over the Moon.
I saw Over the Moon. It was good.
So yeah, you
predictable but good.
Yeah, and Shaun the Sheep movie, Farmageddon. I cannot believe that got a nomination. That's so funny.
That should just win itself for the name.
All right, so very quick and brief coverage. It was documentary, short subject, and documentary feature length. Documentary, short subject. Did any of us get a point? No. We all guessed a love song for Latasha, but Colette won, which I guess was about Nazis, so cool. And documentary, Emily got a point, you fucking bitch. As always, what are you at now? 50? 50 points?
11.
You guessed My Octopus Teacher, which is a Netflix one. Jen and I both tried to watch it separately and couldn't do it because the narrator is he just talks slow and British and deep, and I was like, this is gonna put me to sleep. So I couldn't watch it, but maybe I'll try now that it's one. But we both guessed Crypt Camp, right? Because you watched it.
Yeah, I liked it.
And you had a lot of good stuff to say about it. And you said that the Obamas were kind of backing it, or like produced it, funded it in some way, so I thought that maybe that would kind of get it in for a win, but My Octopus Teacher won for that. And because none of us have any opinions, Jen is going to do rapid fire Oscar themed chocolate or vanilla.
All right, ready? Mm-hmm. Chocolate or vanilla?
Chocolate.
Vanilla.
Chocolate. Tom Hanks in Philadelphia or Tom Hanks in Forrest Gump?
Tom Hanks, I've never seen Philadelphia, but I'm still going to say Tom Hanks in Philadelphia.
I'll say Forrest Gump just because I've seen it.
I'm going to say Forrest Gump.
I don't like it when people pretend to be disabled. Yeah.
Sally Fields, You Like Me, You Really Like Me, or James Cameron, I'm the King of the World?
I'm the king of the world, I guess, because it's fun to imitate whenever you're on a boat.
Sally Fields, just because I like her.
Yeah, I'm going to say Sally Fields. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse or Spirited Away?
Oh my god!
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Me too.
Oh, that's so hard. What a tough one, Jen.
Meryl Streep or Jack Nicholson?
Jack Nicholson.
Meryl. Wolf of Wall Street or Revenant?
Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah, Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah, me too. Amy Adams or Reese Witherspoon?
Amy Adams.
Amy Adams.
Yeah. Amy Adams. Sam Rockwell or Woody Harrelson?
Sam Rockwell.
Oh, jeez.
Two boring white men. Come on.
Sam Rockwell.
Sam Rockwell. Fargo or Argo?
Oh, Fargo. Actually, I do really like both of those movies, and everything about Argo very much is like, I could probably shit on it a lot, just because it's like a lot of archetypal, like, action movie things I hate, but I did really like Argo. Another one they made me watch in school, but I liked it a lot. I hate Ben Affleck, but I do like Argo. But I do love Fargo even more. I would say that is Frances McDormand's best performance ever.
Absolutely. Bow tie or regular tie?
Regular tie.
Bow tie.
I like the bow tie. Black tux or fun colored tux?
Fun colored, yeah.
Fun color. Animated shorts or live action shorts?
Animated.
Yeah, animated.
Animated. That's it.
Yeah, but both animated and live action really have their merits, though. I especially think, like subject. I don't know. You can really form and function can kind of come together.
I always cry at animated shorts, like more than like any full length movie will do it. It's like...
No, because they are giving you their message in like less than 12 minutes, so it's going hard.
Yeah, exactly. Just emotionally overloaded.
Out of all of, like, just right off the top of my head, the animated short that I think I liked the most was about frogs in a pool.
You were going to say that one.
The frogs in the pool and the abandoned house, but then at the end you realize that the owner of the house is murdered, but it's all these really detailed drawings of frogs. It was beautiful. All right, so visual effects... Who got a point?
Me.
And I did too.
Ugh, okay, well, cool. Good for you. You guys both guessed Tenet, which, did either of you see it?
Nope.
I did not.
I did not either. It was one of those ones where, like, pretty early in the pandemic, or not early in the pandemic, but early in the pandemic loosening, they started playing it in theaters, and everyone was like, hey, maybe don't do that. But so I didn't see it, but I know a lot of people had, like, criticism of it being in theaters and also just not being a very watchable movie.
Yeah, I feel like I'd be too stupid to really watch it, honestly.
A lot of people kind of said that the audio, like the back audio, like the
really loud.
The background noise in the music was absurdly loud to the point where you almost couldn't hear the dialogue, which I'm like, was that a choice? Was it a mistake? I don't know, but I haven't seen it, and I probably won't watch it.
At the same time, though, it's Robert Pattinson and...
John David Washington.
Elizabeth Debicki is in it as well.
Yeah, maybe...
like 6'5", blonde, and all legs.
Right, yeah, maybe
Love her.
some night when I'm feeling some type of way, I'll watch Tenet, but...
It's a sexy movie, just I'm an idiot.
I've had no desire up until this point, and also I've seen Inception already, so...
Yeah, exactly.
You know, let's not go there. But I guess Mulan, because I thought that the Disney regime would reign once again. I didn't see Mulan either, did you?
No.
Oh, I saw it. It was good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I liked it.
They filmed it on a concentration camp.
I know.
Are you
I knew there were
serious?
reasons I
An
wasn't supposed to see
active
it.
concentration camp. Yeah, so in China, they put Muslim people in concentration
yeah.
camps. Yeah. And Disney used a bunch of land that was, like, part of the concentration camp to film this movie, and then refused to, like, say anything about it. And everyone was like, hey, you have $1 bajillion. How about you free the Muslims? No, yeah, they just didn't say anything about it.
No.
They said, I'll pass. But so, yeah, that's all I really know about the Mulan movie, other than just that it was one of those that got snubbed by the pandemic as far as, like, box office earnings. But moving on to supporting actress, I am so happy. I think this is the first win of the night that I have had. I put a little heart next to who I wanted, and then a little check next to who I thought, and these were the first time it collided. I was really happy. Yoo Jung-yoon from Minari. She played the grandma character in Minari, and she was so good. I'm so happy she won. I think there were a lot of really deserving nominees in this category. Glenn Close. Amanda Seyfried, as bad as Mank was, she was fine, you know?
Yeah.
She was hot. She delivered her lines correctly.
She did that old-timey voice really well.
Olivia Colman, who I fully thought was the main character of the father, other than Anthony Hopkins, it was certainly a dual situation, much like... Judas and the Black Messiah, how they, like, gave them both supporting, but for some reason they gave Olivia Colman supporting as well, even though she was, like, definitely the protagonist. But Olivia Colman, and then also Maria Baklava from Borat's subsequent movie film, which I haven't seen, but I really feel like I want to watch just because of all the critical acclaim.
It's done really well.
Right? Like it is not the type of movie I would ever have guessed, and I'm really intrigued to see what it's about. And I like Sacha Baron Cohen. I think he's pretty funny, but I am so happy that Minari got this award for tonight. I thought she was great. In her speech, she kept being like,
cute.
She was like, Brad Pitt, because he presented, and she was like, Brad Pitt, I'm so happy to meet you.
How have we not bumped into each other before?
And she was great, and she like kept apologizing for her English, but she was so good, and she was so sweet. And I'm really happy that she won. What do you guys think?
I'm super stoked.
She did an amazing job.
Yeah. I think she was for sure one of the standouts in that movie. But that movie had a lot of standouts, in my opinion. And I thought supporting actress had a ton of snubs, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like, the girlfriend from Judas and the Black Messiah, I thought the girlfriend from
Sound of
Metal for sure deserved an award. And I thought the mom from Minari deserved a nom. So I think this was tough. I mean, it's hard to say, but I'm glad that she won. What's the deal with cinematography? There wasn't an ounce of spice in any of these films. Cinematography, they gave it to Mank, and also production design, they gave it to Mank. So we got 2 awards for Mank so far. Honestly, fine. But here's the thing, is that if your movie is going to be in black and white, you got to give it depth and dimension. I don't know shit about making movies, but I know that The Lighthouse made me feel something. And there were textures on the screen. There were rocks.
Yeah.
There were bearded men.
Yeah.
It had depth. And that's the thing about Mank that really bothered me a lot, is that it felt like it was in black and white for no good reason.
Yeah.
So the fact that it won production design and cinematography kind of pisses me off most of all.
Just because, what's the Orson Welles film that it's about?
Citizen Kane.
Yeah.
Just because Citizen Kane was in black and white doesn't mean that this has to be in
And
black
that
and
it
white.
takes place in the old-timey days. But
Before there was color.
before they had a normal voice, a normal speaking voice, and before alcoholism was a treatable disease. But I don't really know. Cinematography, at least, honestly, this is less pissing me off than if Nomadland had one for just, like, being in a national park.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? At least this was, like, had a set. But still, it just, to me, like, came off as very flat and not interesting, and just the way they presented the black and white, like, visual storytelling just, like, was so boring
Kind of
to
annoying.
me.
It definitely, like, there are movies that, if it's in black and white and it's still entertaining, that's, like, pretty good. I think a lot of people are turned off by black and white. This turned me off even more than I already was to the movie. Because
It was tough to pay attention
to. It's
to.
already boring, and you're making it even more boring.
Right, by eliminating the visual aspect of color, which I'm sure Amanda Seyfried would have looked fine either way. So just change it. I don't
think
know.
Gary Oldman would have looked fine.
But personally, I thought cinematography should have gone to Judas and the Black Messiah. I thought that was a very nice visual movie. I liked Trial of the Chicago 7. I don't know if I would say it particularly did anything like striking in the way of visual. But it is a movie that I enjoyed, and I didn't see News of the World, so I don't really know about cinematography.
What's that about?
That's a Western with Tom Hanks. Yeah.
I'm sure it did more for the eyes than fucking Mank did. Yeah. Then production design, my guess had been Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, just because it was kind of that like play adapted into a movie, so it was all kind of taking place in one set. So they like worked really hard on that one set. So that was my guess. What did you guys think for that one?
We both said Mank, right?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
You with the points again. Jesus.
I'm 1 off from 15.
Oh my god. Point update. Emily has 14 points. Jen has 10 points. And I don't even have my sheet on me, but it's certainly not that. 14. Holy shit. You are smoking us for sure. I think at this point.
Beginner's luck.
Is it possible if you got all of the rest wrong and Jen got all of them right, could you at least tie?
Maybe. How much? We've got score left, song is left, actor, picture, actress.
So maybe.
Yeah, so if I...
be a long shot.
It's not over, but they just did editing, which, again, I don't really think I know enough about to have an opinion, but Sound of Metal won, and I was certainly pleased by that. It was a movie that I didn't hate, so that's cool.
I think it was probably my favorite one of this circuit.
Yes.
I really enjoyed it.
You're a person who plays the drums, and I'm not saying that that's going to impact your viewership, but it's I feel like it certainly must have aided in your watching experience. But,
certainly.
But I do think, what little I do know about film editing, it was a very smooth movie, and it was, what was happening on screen was very much aiding in the storytelling, especially like with the sound, and I think the visuals, so I'm very happy that it won. I certainly was rooting for it. I'm glad to see it. Rez Ahmed announcing awards. I'm here for it. His wife, beautiful, young. We were like, that must be his younger sister. No, it's his wife. She's a novelist. I looked her up. She's 30, but she looks great. She looks 15. And humanitarian award goes to Tyler Perry. Again, they already gave it to, like, social workers in Hollywood. It was this whole thing, Bryan Cranston, it was, like, an entire segment, but I guess they're like, let's do another one for a famous person. So they gave one to Tyler Perry, and he gave a pretty nice speech about, like, aiding, people in need during hard times. So I think I don't know a ton about it, or him as a person, but I know that, like, he kind of has the outward reputation in Hollywood of, like, being that comedy guy and, like, Medea, like, very much, like, comedy movies, but that he actually behind the scenes is a very, like, funding a ton of really important projects, like, really, into the community, like, doing a lot of cool stuff. So I think it's cool to kind of see somebody who you maybe wouldn't be your first, like, expectation. But yeah, I don't really know anything about this humanitarian award. And like Jen said, was the social workers not enough? We thank the essential workers, but none of them have made a Medea movie. So
then it does sound like he really stepped up. With
the but so with the few that are coming up, who are you guys rooting for actress?
Vanessa Kirby.
Me too.
I have Carey Mulligan
as your pick.
Yes,
your personal pick.
Well, I think she's gonna win it.
But who do you want?
Who do I want of that group? Well, I know that you did not like Promising Young Woman, but it kept me entertained the whole time, and I believed she was a psychopath. So to me, that's a good acting.
Really, I don't think they were trying to play her up like a psychopath.
That's probably not the right word. Like. I believe she was really
unhinged.
Troubled, unhinged.
Glenn fucking Close getting down on the Oscars. Oh my god. So Questlove did a little music trivia bit where he would play a Oscar song and they had to say whether it was nominated, winner, or none of the above. And he like was going around to some people and nobody was really knowing what was up except for fucking Glenn Close, who knew her goddamn shit and then got up and busted down. I don't even care if that info was fed to her. She
threw her ass back.
She was giving me life. But so this little segment, they did score and original song. So, did anybody get points for score?
Score? No. Wait.
I did. Soul.
Yeah, you picked Soul?
Yeah, I did.
Never mind.
Nice.
Sorry. I got a point. Yeah.
I picked Minari because I really thought that the score in that movie was so beautiful. But Soul won, and there was an individual person who was both on the ticket for Mank and Soul, and I just want to whoever they are, what a great year!
Right?
Like they're making the coins. But so Soul was a movie that was kind of about jazz music, so I can understand why it maybe won for score because it was an integral part of the storyline.
I want to know if the guy that had his name on both tickets was just a really big jazz guy, because Mank's whole
it was jazz
soundtrack
too.
was,
I bet
really
he was
jazz based.
I don't know for sure, but I bet he was the guy who spoke a lot, and I feel like he was very much about it. But good for him. I thought Soul had good music, so I'm not mad about it. But I thought out of these, I really thought that the score in Minari struck me as oh my god, this music is really doing something for me. But so for original song, so pleasantly surprised with her. Yeah, because I don't know how much of the performances we caught little bits and pieces of here. I thought it was going to be Speak Now for Leslie Odom Jr. and what is it? One Night in Hollywood? One Night in Miami. Just because, I don't know, I figured that would be the bone they would throw that way. And it was a good song too. You made a little playlist, Jen.
I did. I made an Oscars playlist. I've been listening to it in the car.
It was cute.
They're all actually good. Even the Eurovision song's not that bad.
Did you have Ferrell sings on it, so I don't know.
It's oddly comedic.
Yeah. Did you have a personal favorite though, that you were just jamming with?
I like that "Hear My Voice" from Chicago 7.
Yeah, I was gonna say that one and the Her song from Judas and the Black Messiah were both really impactful.
Yeah. Hits you in the chest
for sure. And I didn't guess it, but I'm really glad that it did happen. I thought her performance was fucking awesome. All those people in the leather trench coats and the fucking Black Panther hats, doing the fucking dances and playing the trombones, and she was drumming for the first half. Right? It was so cool, and her outfit was awesome. So I'm really glad that she did win.
Her outfit, not while she was performing, but her fit tonight is outstanding.
With the hood, with her hair draped down the side, she looked great. And one of the people she brought up with her to accept the award was this white suit with ostrich feather trim. Oh my god, yes.
Yeah, cute stuff.
Excellence in the fashion department for the Best Original Song winners, for sure. So coming up, I think, what do we have left is picture, actor, and actress, yeah?
Yeah, I think that's it.
The three big ones.
Oh my god, this is crazy. So right now, who do you want to win Best Picture?
Oh, who do I want?
Yeah.
I would be really happy if it was Sound of Metal or Chicago 7.
Me too.
Yeah. I would, I agree with you there, but I think it's going to be Nomadland.
Agreed.
I would. Don't know. I'll also put a little coin in the Minari bucket and in the Judas and the Black Messiah bucket. I don't think that'll happen, but I would be happy if it did. But for sure, Sound of Metal and Trial of Chicago 7 were the two that I would fully endorse and recommend for this Oscar season.
Yeah, I feel like when they win director, usually it kind of goes hand in hand, I think, but I could be wrong. For some reason, feel like they could maybe give it to Sound of Metal. I don't know why.
I would love.
Nomadland's supposed to be a slam dunk.
Yeah, I don't know. I would love it. A nice little unpredictable underdog moment. I would love that right now. But because I think almost every year I never get it right. Whatever I think is going to happen, it just never happens. So we'll see. In memoriam, who did you recognize?
Chadwick Boseman.
Sean Connery.
DMX.
He was on there?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Diana Rigg, she played Lady Olenna in Game of Thrones. Yep. And that was all I really knew. They went so rapid fire
Jerry
fast.
Stiller.
Who was he?
Ben Stiller's dad.
It's from Seinfeld.
Yes.
Okay.
And then Carl Reiner. Brian Dennehy.
That was Ben Stiller's dad, right?
Yeah, there was a lot. I felt like they were doing them rapid fire, but there were a lot of people who died this year. Huge bummer.
Cloris Leachman, who played Phyllis on the Mary Tyler Moore Show.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah, I know.
I would not know.
Been meaning to watch that for forever now.
Speaking of dead people, that's not gonna work. I don't know how to transition, but we have a whole commercial break to talk to you guys. So I basically want to explain to you what we had for food.
What transition? transition were you going for?
Speaking of dead people, you know what knocked me out? The garlic dip. I don't know. But we had a really good cheese board. I posted a picture of it on our Instagram, and I'll save it and I'll post it again sometime. We love a sexy charcuterie board up in this house, and we thought that the Oscars was the perfect night to express our love for the art of cheese boardery.
What was everyone's favorite cheese on the board?
Okay, I'm gonna be really controversial right now, and I'm gonna say the onion cheese.
Oh, the onion cheese was not that good.
So much.
I
it was
loved
so
it.
strong.
It was a spring onion and onion. I think it was like three onion cheddar. Triple onion cheddar, and it was like a yellow cheddar cheese, and then when you ate it, it tasted like biting straight into an onion. I loved it.
It's funny you say that because I remember on the Holes episode, I asked if you could survive off of onions, and you said no, but could you survive off of this onion cheese?
Yes, 1,000 times yes. Here's the thing, is that the onion itself is a harsh vegetable. Tough in texture. And
this was smooth as butter.
yes, it was a smooth cheese with an oniony bite. And I fully endorse it. I love a strong oniony flavor. I put mounds of garlic powder into almost everything I cook, so I was really here for it. I love a good brie. A brie and a homemade baguette.
Brie moment.
And Emily, what was your favorite cheese?
I think we have the same favorite cheese, which is like the super sharp cheddar.
And I made Emily drink red wine, but I don't think I converted her into a red wine drinker.
I'm working on it. I finished my glass, so...
I loved your reasoning. You were like, white wine's too easy. I can chug an entire bottle, which I personally did. And you were like, white wine's too easy. I have to stick to red because I can drink it slowly. Which, if I drank red wine, I'll have GERD. So I respect your endurance.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's one of those things, I sipped it for the last 3 hours, so... It happened.
Yeah, it happened, and here's the thing, is that why did they do it?
Mm-hmm. The thing we're talking about is...
Best Picture.
Nomadland.
They announced Best Picture before Best Actor and Actress, which is unprecedented in the standard of the Oscars, of which we are familiar. And usually they leave the big one till last, that's the big award.
I feel like it's time to go to bed.
Right. I'm done. It's 11:09. I'm a little sleepy. I've had a bottle of wine. I've ate numerous handfuls of onion-flavored cheese, and I'm ready to knock out. And here's the thing, is that I'm bored as hell after this Nomadland announcement, and I just don't even care at this point, but I guess we have to stick around to see Chadwick Boseman's posthumous fucking Oscar, which, that's fine, he can have it, but I just,
yeah, as he should.
I wish it happened pre-Nomadland.
Yeah. Well, I'm at least... Okay, I'm not as mad about this because if it ended on this, I'd just be kind of pissed off and
at least maybe there's good to come. There's good to
Yeah.
come. We'll see. But
maybe there's an upset. Maybe Frances won't get it.
Well,
I don't know.
I love
but also,
this little...
if Carrie gets it, I'm also gonna be kind of pissed.
I don't even know who I'd rather see it or not. I didn't really care for either of those movies, but I did like her a little bit. Chloe Zhao made most of the speech, and then she let Frances take over at the end, and she howled like a wolf.
Yeah, I don't know.
Which was questionable, but her dress looked great. She looked awesome. And, whatever. Best Picture nominated, not even last. It felt so weird to me, but you know what? Nomadland, we fucking knew that this was gonna happen. And honestly, here's the thing, is I'm going to let everybody out there form their own opinions, I am not any sort of authority on the subject, but I just know that while I was watching that movie, I thought to myself, okay.
Yeah.
I get it.
I get it, yeah. And what now?
It was like a 2+ hour movie. That could have been like 30 minutes.
A 2+ hour movie of just like a person choosing to be homeless and like living in a van.
Yeah. I didn't love the commentary and what it was trying to say.
And just like national park, like it was fine, but just like was not my pick for Best Picture by far. Honestly, I didn't enjoy that I had to watch it. And now Renee Zellweger is about to tell us who's going to win Best Actor, so I guess we'll come back to you with some commentary on that. I thought they were really going to end with the Chadwick Boseman moment, no?
No,
okay, so what in the actual hell? So they fucking do the Best Picture early, right? They do it 2 awards early because I guess actor and actress are the fucking spectacle of the night. And Frances McDormand wins for Best Actress, which we didn't want, but it happened.
We all knew it. Yeah.
We all knew it was gonna happen. It was fine. Her speech was 60, not even.
Like 30 seconds.
30 seconds
didn't
of-
make any sense, and then she left.
She was like, I like to work, and we do be acting though out here, and then she left.
My
Carry a sword.
Yeah, she's like, my acting is my sword, and sword is work, and work is what I like.
I love it.
And yeah, I liked her speech, and I liked how brief she was about it, because...
I just like her. She's funny.
She's quirky, she's funny, but I just don't agree with this. I just don't think she was the best actor.
No, not...
I think they were like, Francis, pretend that you live in a van, poop in a Home Depot bucket. And she was like, I can do that. and I just don't think that merits an Oscar, personally.
No.
She wouldn't have even been my second or third pick off this list.
I hated Promising Young Woman, but I would still have picked Carey Mulligan over her.
Yeah, that's not what I was expecting, and it's not what I wanted, so it was weird, but what left an even worse taste in my mouth was that we were honestly like, they did the Best Picture early so they could do the posthumous Chadwick Boseman win at the very end and have his widowed fucking wife come up and accept the award on his behalf and make us cry. But no, what do? They gave it to fucking Anthony Hopkins.
The worst on that list. Like, without a doubt, I would put him below every other nominee.
Gary Oldman?
Even below Mank.
Wow.
Really?
I wouldn't say below Gary Oldman, but it was not. It was not an Oscar-winning performance, in my opinion, and he just acted like he had dementia, which is really sad. It was just really sad, and I'm not gonna say it was a bad performance because it was fine. It was an Oscar nominee worthy performance.
Didn't even accept the award.
Yeah, he just no Zoom.
Joaquin Phoenix was like, okay,
bye. Joaquin Phoenix was like, and the award goes to Anthony Hopkins. Good night. And that was the end. And yeah, I think that there are so many more deserving contenders here. Even
Riz Ahmed got screwed.
and
Poor guy.
I don't know. And Steven Yeun from Minari, I thought he was great too. And even a dead Chadwick Boseman, far deserved. I don't even consider him to be a main actor. I feel like it was a supporting actor role.
I thought that was a supporting role as well.
In my opinion, I thought you take Lakeith Stanfield or Daniel Kaluuya and you swap them out with Chadwick Boseman, and that makes far more sense as far as like positioning in the movie. But this is all strategic, and it's who you think is going to win what. And literally this whole night was leading up to the Chadwick Boseman Best Actor Award, and it just didn't happen. And it's not that the Oscars has to subvert our expectations, but do it by not giving Nomadland Best Picture.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. This just felt weird to me.
This was a really bad Oscars. This was, like, pretty terrible.
If you were to rate this Oscars 1 to 10, what would you give it? I'm gonna give it a 1.5.
It was pretty awful.
You have to 2.
Quantify
your experience.
2 out of 10.
Yeah, it was bad. Like I get that they don't have a lot to work with here because of the Cove, but it just what a bummer. What a bummer of a night overall.
What would you say was the best award of the night?
So the two that I felt really good about were Daniel Kaluuya for Best Supporting Actor and Best Supporting Actress, the grandma from Minari. I really liked her. I thought those two, and I loved the song, that one. Those are the three that honestly I'm going to say like good. I agreed with it. I loved it. Almost everything else I was like, yeah.
I'm glad Sound of Metal at least got film editing and sound editing.
Which, for sure, I feel like was deserving of... but just, like, this whole thing felt weird to me. This was weird. What a weird night.
Not good. These Oscars flopped.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm glad I drank a whole bottle of wine through it, because honestly, I don't know if
It's at least something.
Yeah, man. The cheese board we had was really good. I was, like, eating prosciutto by the sheetful just to get me through the night.
You wolfed them down.
Oh, my God. It was really good. I don't know if not internationally, but, like, I don't know if Wegmans is a chain that you have in other parts of the country. But Wegmans, I know at least in New England we have them. So good. A little pricey. I'd say like less than a Whole Foods, but more than a Stop and Shop. And if you're gonna prepare a charcuterie board, there is no better place than a Wegmans to procure your cheeses. What a beautiful... This is not a paid sponsorship.
Sponsored by.
This is not a paid sponsorship. I think you can...
It could be, though. Wegmans?
Hit us up! Oh my God, if you want to send me blocks of onion-flavored cheese to make a cheese board for my podcast...
You didn't even get the onion cheese at Wegmans. You got it at the...
liquor store.
Fridge section of the package store.
Here's my, hot tip. I don't think anybody else lives in an area with a liquor store that has a cheese section, but I happen to fortunately live in the town in New England with the largest liquor store in our
In the state.
nation. Yeah. No.
In
The nation. No,
No,
God,
in
no.
New England. In New England. in the region.
Okay.
But so, yeah, how many states is New England? 6?
5.
5? Fuck it, whatever. 5?
Wait, no, 6. Wait, 6, yes.
Oh, okay, don't slander me. Jesus. But,
idiot, it's
but
5.
I feel so fortunate. I live in the state with the largest liquor store, and I
You're
love
in the
it.
town with it.
Yeah, the town. The 5 minutes from my house.
Not even a hop, skip, and a jump.
I adore it, and it's great, and low prices too, because they have such high quantity and lower prices than usual. But you know what they also have is a little fridge full of cheese, and I love, you don't plan on going to the grocery store, but you are going to the liquor store because priorities.
Yeah.
And so you're like, no, but I need a snack, and I got a couple of items for this cheese board from the little fridge at the liquor store, and it was the onion cheese that nobody but me liked. So maybe I'm just a fucking sad alcoholic who likes onion flavor. But fucking sue me. I had it. I loved it.
See, my favorite thing from the liquor store, it's Yankee Spirits, by the way, is the name of the
If anyone
liquor
would like
store.
to visit Sturbridge, Mass, you can come to my house. You can come sleep in my basement with me. It's very dry. You'll get a bloody nose, but we can go to the liquor store.
We can review a movie.
We'll review a movie. We'll go to the liquor store. Jen is putting her hands in her head because she knows she cannot host guests. It's just...
But,
let me tell you my social security number and my address as well.
Put me on my dry basement.
yeah, my favorite thing about Yankee Spirits is the popcorn they sell there. These massive bags of
like
popcorn.
movie popcorn, yeah.
Yeah.
So good. Yeah, and they have a huge section with like soda and chips and like little snackeries.
18 kinds of peanuts.
Yeah, and like
genius.
mixers too, right? So it's like usually go to the liquor store and it's like you're high and dry, but no, here you can get
Ginger beer for Henry.
ginger beer, you can get limes, you can get a little snackery. It's really great. I think that every town should have. It's like a Walmart-sized liquor store, and my Oscar goes to the essential workers at Yankee Spirits. That's what my Oscar goes to, not dead Chadwick Boseman who got nothing, left high and dry, not
so
Frances
sad.
McDormand with her 15-second speech. I mean, I just am left unsatisfied. So here's the thing.
Yeah.
Is that we're going to do Fuck, Marry, Kill, and you get to only pick from the winners.
Okay. Hold on, let's pull up the list of winners.
Oh, I wanted to pick Riz Ahmed.
I know.
Okay, how about we'll do one from the whole show and one from just the winners.
Okay.
Because I have non-winning answers as well.
Okay. Come on, give me the list.
I'm
Give me the list.
Gonna marry Anthony Hopkins because he's on his way out. Big money. I'm gonna fuck Daniel Kaluuya. What a cutie. And I'm gonna kill... I'm just gonna pick literally a random one. I guess I'll kill the... Oh, you know who else was really a cutie, though? Was the original score guy from Soul. I'll give a little shout out to
he was
him.
good.
Like, he's not making my list, but I just want to say, like, he really pushed my buttons. I don't know. Who won that I'm just, like, unsatisfied with?
You could marry and then kill Anthony Hopkins.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have to kill him. But, I guess this is tough. I mean, it's like all the side people. I'm like, they gotta make a living.
Yeah, I got really excited for a second because I was
The visual effects guy from Tenet was kind of weird, right?
Oh, he was the guy with the weird eyes.
Yeah, I'll kill him.
I have no idea because I was thinking I saw what was it? Another round one, but like the director is too sad. I can't do anything with him. If it was Mads Mikkelsen, then I'd be like, yeah, I'm marrying him, but I'm not.
But wait, this is not from. I just picked from the winners.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to.
Oh, the director, but he has a dead daughter, and I don't think that I have the
So sad.
supportive nature or
Okay.
mental energy to support somebody with a dead child. I don't think I have it in me.
Okay, I
I'm not
think I
that
got
strong.
it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fuck Daniel Kaluuya. I'm gonna marry Best Supporting Actress.
Yoo Jung-yoon.
Yes, I'm gonna marry her.
Okay.
Yeah,
Great choice. She's so fun.
I know, and then I'm definitely gonna kill Anthony Hopkins.
Unfortunately, he just is statistically the most likely to be on his way out the door.
Yeah.
I would say, though, as somebody who hasn't seen Minari, speaking on your behalf, if you enjoyed her speech, you will tenfold enjoy her performance in the movie.
I loved her just from the clips that I saw in the trailer.
She's so good. I would say she's probably one of the best parts about that movie, which is so tough because it has that adorable child.
That little boy.
And it has Steven Yeun in it, who is so good. It's just, and the mom, too. It's just really great performances. I would say, like, not really a super engaging or riveting story by any means, but the performances really make up for it. So, really good.
What about you, Jen?
Oh gosh. And ending the podcast with me is like ending with Anthony Hopkins.
No, it's gonna be so lame.
Let's see. I'm probably gonna copy you guys. All right. I'll F the soul score guy.
Okay.
Nice.
Good pick.
And I'm gonna marry Riz Ahmed because he won in my heart.
Okay.
And then I'll definitely kill Anthony Hopkins.
And
No
from everyone featured on tonight's ballot in any way, shape, or form, I personally, Lakeith Stanfield, let's get matching jumpsuits. Let's live our 70s fantasy together. Let's get married. So I'm going to marry Lakeith Stanfield. I'm going to fuck Riz Ahmed. I didn't even know he was British until tonight, but by God was I taken aghast. And then I'm going to kill whoever decided to give this award to Anthony Hopkins and not Chadwick Boseman. I'm going to kill the Academy, I guess.
This is hard.
Because everyone's so hot. Everyone is so hot.
Glenn Close really got to me tonight.
With her musical knowledge, she like stood up and shook her ass a little bit and like,
I'm gonna fuck Riz Ahmed. Yep. I'm gonna marry Vanessa Kirby because I love her. Mm-hmm. And I could be her Oscar. She could put me up on a shelf.
Paint me in gold and put me on your shelf, bitch.
That's it. And then I'm gonna kill Anthony Hopkins.
He actually wasn't acting. He just fully has Alzheimer's, and they put him on this movie set. They were like, Olivia Colman's your daughter, and he was like, oh, what the fuck? No, I'm just kidding. I'm sure he's sound of mind, but he is in that age bracket, you know.
Yeah, I start getting weary.
I'll keep my same three then.
Just very I'm
out.
All right. Well, if you joined us, should we do our the giveaway?
Oh yeah.
I'm sure. I mean, whoever wins will probably be notified via Instagram rather than this. I don't assume a ton of people will listen to this episode specifically, but we had a lot of fun covering the Oscars for you guys. We were gonna listen to it anyways, and we thought let's try out a little live episode format. So this was
Emily won 2 nips.
Yeah, Emily won 2 nips.
Yeah.
A McGillicuddy's apple pie and a peanut butter whiskey.
I'm excited for that.
Yeah,
that's good stuff.
I've done a peanut butter whiskey. My parents we bought one at a liquor store, and we played Cards Against Humanity, and like whoever won had to do the peanut butter whiskey nip, and then whoever won was like, I physically cannot force myself to do this, and I was like, fine, I'll do it. I'll take one for the team, and I did the peanut butter whiskey nip in front of my whole family, and it was fine. It was good. Yeah, I didn't mind.
I'm not a huge whiskey person, but I've had one peanut butter whiskey nip before.
Yeah, I don't love whiskey either, but it was just fine enough to tolerate. But so you won 2 nips, congrats.
Nips are the little airplane bottles. I feel like we've said this
in
multiple
previous
times.
podcasts, but like if you don't live in New England, it's a thing where like you don't know what a nip is, and I'm not talking about nipples. I'm talking about tiny little bottles full of alcohol that you get on an airplane. But for some reason, the liquor stores around here sell them bountifully. And
you ever get a whole sleeve of them?
Oh, yes, I love it. But for some reason, that's like not a thing in other parts of the country. So just Google like mini bottle or nip if you don't know what we're talking about. It's just like a little thing of alcohol. It's a lot of fun. We've mentioned it in like the past 3 podcasts, and it's getting a little bit concerning.
Endorsing them.
So we have to do the giveaway.
Okay.
So all right. So again, we'll put this up on our Instagram and all other stuff. But so we're gonna do our giveaway.
How many entries did we get?
We posed the question during our social network episode, and we put up a bunch of different questions on our Instagram and our Twitter. I think mostly we asked people what their favorite biopic was. We got a lot of really good answers, a lot that we've seen, a lot that we haven't seen. So, Emily, how about you generate a number between 1 and 13? Right. We'll pick a winner.
11.
The Sid Vicious
Nice.
I believe your name is Sydney. You've messaged us before on Instagram, and you seem really lovely. I think the Sid Vicious is the ideal username for somebody named Sydney.
Pretty genius.
It's the coolest thing ever. So I will be messaging you pretty soon. You won some free shit from us, so very happy to give away free stuff. We love it. We love listeners, especially people who interact with us and tell us that they like our stuff because it makes us cry. And you know what would have made me cry personally is if Chadwick Boseman's widowed wife had to come up on stage and accept an award. That would have made me get a little teary-eyed. Also, not that they're a member of Hollywood, but I would have liked to see in the in memoriam section something for Chi-Chi DeVayne. If anybody else watches Drag Race, I don't know if drag is considered part of Hollywood. Maybe TV is.
It freaking should be.
If TV's not part of Hollywood, I don't know what is, but just the in memoriam section of the Drag Race finale where they talked about Chi-Chi DeVayne literally had me in tears. But anyways, this is not relevant. But so thank you all for watching, listening.
Hope you enjoyed this episode.
The Oscars are a sham and a scam and a fraud and stupid. But
we're just here for the cheese board.
Right, we're here for the cheese board, and I love to participate because I love to be angry about my opinions, and I love to fully have been backed on knowing that the thing that wins sucks, you know? And it's like, oh, I thought this other thing should have won, but like, no, I watched every single one, so I know. You know, like, if people are like, but like, you know, did you really even see them all? Yes, I fucking did, and I have a educated and valid opinion, and here's the thing, is that Anthony Hopkins
was awful.
Well, that movie was just awful because it was about a really sad subject, and also it was just like not the best to watch. But here's the thing, is that I think Borat's subsequent movie film should have swept every category. So I think the Oscars should just diversify their palette a little bit and stop pandering to those who they think will give them money. And in the end,
none of it matters.
None of it matters. All is good. I have prosciutto and wine in my stomach, and I bid you all a good night.